Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Benchwarmer Sports Podcast. I'm Raffi. That's Davian. We are joined by a special guest. We are joined by Michigan Tech forward Stiven Sardarian. Steven, it's great to have you on. Thank you for hopping on. You're also well known as the Buffalo Sabres prospect, taken in the third round of the 2021 entry draft. Steven, it's welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for your time. How are things? How are you? I know the season recently wrapped up. Probably not the result that you wanted, but how are things? How overall was the season? And yeah, how are things?
Yeah, thank you for coming to me. Everything is it was like hard season for us, kind of. Of course, like we lost in first round playoff. It's not best result, but I would say shit happens.
Yeah.
so it's okay. Yeah, it's hard to explain because it's we definitely disappointing, but yeah, I would say like first half, it was kind of better than second half. We played better. I think we won more games. I don't remember exactly, but it definitely was better because like in second half, I would say in last 10 games we won only like 1 2 games. It's really bad. Sometimes we played really good, but the result wasn't good enough for us. But yeah, it's I don't know what should I say more. It's kind of hard, but it's okay. We will
Yeah.
be better. So yeah,
100%. Yeah, a couple of those games also by just one or two goals too.
yeah,
So very close games, very hard fought.
Yeah.
But and I know it's hockey's all about the team, but I'm sure you have to feel great too about the fact from an individual perspective with the fact that you really had a breakout year this year with 35 points in 35 games, which was a nice improvement from your last year, which was also solid at the University of New Hampshire where you had 14 points. So I'm sure although hockey is a team sport and of course you'd like to win and that's the number
yeah,
one thing with your team, I'm sure there's some part of you that I'm sure is like, I had a really good year still. And hopefully that softens the blow a little bit of a disappointing result.
yeah. I completely agree. It was good season for me. Yeah, 35 games, 35 points. Because like we always think about team first of all, about winning, of course.
Right.
But yeah, also you always think about yourself, right? Because like also if you will have points, goals or assists, you like it means like you will help team to win, right? Because like if you will not score goals or make a plays, like it will be hard for team win games. So yeah, it was good season for me, especially first half. Yeah, I would say if we are talking about myself, I would say yeah, I'm happy about team result. I'm upset, but it's okay because also our team was really young. We had a lot of freshmen, and like even our coach said, like it's really hard to win with freshmen because like not they're like good players or bad players. It's just all about like first year, never play
It's an
in this
adjustment period. Yeah.
level. Yeah, it's just first
Right.
year of this experience. It's kind of hard, but this is great experience for them. And like every year, you will be better, better, and better. So that's good.
100%. And we'll just dive right into the season as well. What do you think changed from last season to this season in terms of were you working on more skating stuff? Were you working on a different aspect of your game to allow yourself to take that next step from going from a again, a solid year last year to being a point per game player this year at Michigan Tech? Do you think it was just like a mental side of things, physical side? What do you think really attributed to
Yeah,
a
that's
solid season this year?
yeah. Thank you for question. It's a good question. Kind of hard. Yeah, it depends on a lot of things to be honest. Because also yeah, like first of all, I was younger, definitely. Even like after last year, we lost in second round against Maine. We played at Maine. Like if you know, like game like UNH and Maine, it's like one of the best game. It's like rival. It's like something
Right.
crazy,
Yeah.
especially when you play at main, they have crazy fans. It's like always sold
Hmm.
out and like completely
Yeah.
crazy game. You even cannot hear yourself. Even like it was like funny moment. I think we played against main at main. Um, I don't remember exactly. I think it wasn't playoff game. It just was like regular game, and like so before we are staying in, so like we are staying like goal line. So and like starting lines, and like fans were really crazy, so loud, so I couldn't hear them, and like I just like even like this guy who announced everything, like he even
Yeah,
didn't say my name, but I already was skating to the blue line, like kind of
yeah,
like weird guy, because I just couldn't hear
Mhm.
anything. Like I couldn't
that's crazy.
understand if he said like yeah like left winger Stiven Sardarian, and like I kind of should go, but I just okay, I will go wherever I want. Yeah,
Yeah,
so we lost against Maine, and like it was like I would say like like March, and like I had a lot of time for workout, for like be better every day. Like it's when you have like 24 hours and only school, yeah, of course, like I will go to gym sometimes twice a day, like be better. I'm enjoying doing the gym workout, get
yeah,
good food, protein after this. It's of course like this is helped me too. And then like I was in Russia, and already like since like June I started to practice, like first of all from myself, then I was going to Moscow, and I was practicing with really good coach at Moscow, and with like with a lot of good players from NHL, KHL, from like American leagues, all Russian, but like it's really good coach, really good camp. So I think this is like one of the thing why I was better, because my summer was really good. Like I have like all plan about everything, every minute. Like when it's summer, like what should I eat, when I should eat, when I will have practice, relax, rest, sleep, and everything. And I would say it's one of the reason why I better. And I also changed team. It's kind of like big
Mhm.
process. It's I would say it's kind of motivation, because I still love New Hampshire. It's great place. It's great organization, university, and everything, and really good place next to Boston. It's like 51 hour
Yeah.
just about drive. Yeah, and I changed the university, Michigan Tech, a really good school. It's all about hockey. They won CCHA last year, and they lost an NCAA tournament against Boston College. It was like number one team in the country last year and this year.
Mhm.
It was great year for them. And like I came here, it's like fantastic. Everything is unbelievable. It's a small school. It's like 7,000 students. It's kind of uh, really small, but it's all about hockey, because yeah, I would say it's only one team, Division One here. It's hockey, so it's all about hockey. It's almost every night sold out. It's crazy fans, and like sometimes you're just walking around campus and everyone knows you. Like everyone knows who you are and what you are doing. So it's nice. It's nice. Yeah.
yeah. No, that's awesome. And you kind of talked about some hockey memories, especially like being in Maine and playing in that type of an atmosphere, and just kind of going off that. Do you have like a favorite memory in hockey? Like when someone tells you like what's your like best memory, like if you can only talk about one story throughout your entire hockey career, which is playing in the U.S., Russia, Maine, Michigan, or New Hampshire and Michigan, like do you have one kind of memory that kind of sticks out in that way?
Yeah, it's obviously hard question, because it's only like
Yeah,
you have to choose one memory. Like, unfortunately, I still didn't win Stanley Cup or Olympic Games, so it's hard to say. But
and that's
One
tough,
day.
son. Yeah, one day, dude.
yeah,
One day, we believe in you.
thank you guys. And I would say it's hard to say one story, because like for me I just love hockey. I love to be on the ice, because when you just have one step on the ice, you just forget everything. You just
Yeah,
focus about hockey, you enjoy, you do whatever you want. You just enjoying and do your stuff like what you like. But I would say obviously it was draft. Yeah, a few years ago it was big moment. Unfortunately it was COVID year, so I didn't go for like this big event. Yeah, but again, because it was COVID, I would say draft, or also like for me was big moment when I played in Russia. I played for CSKA. I would say it's kind of hard saying in English. It's like junior when I played in junior when I was like 17, 18, and then it was my like first step to, I would say, like pro when I started to play in MHL. It was kind of
Mhm.
really interesting experience too. So, and also when my like first days in US and college hockey, yeah. So it's kind of hard to choose. I would say
Yeah,
I would say four things. It's draft, my first time beginning in MHL, and college life. These
that's awesome.
three things. Yeah.
And I guess kind of going off that, you talked about the draft as your number one memory. What was it like to get drafted? Did you get a phone call, or was it kind of were you sitting by the TV? What was draft night like for you?
It's it's really a big process because this process starts like usually like 2 years before when you have draft years. So like if like you're decent, even decent player, like everyone will know who you are, like, and everything about you. It was my year. It was my first year at MHL when I played for Red Army, and like it was also like COVID year, so it was kind of hard and weird. So, and like even from beginning, from September when we started to play, already some agents from teams called me when
Oh
like
wow.
first, yeah, like first call when they will probably text you like when you're like free for like conversation. So like I just will give you example, like for example, like Buffalo guy texted me like, "What's up, Steve? Like, I'm from Buffalo, ta ta ta. Like, let's talk." And so when they call you, first of all, they will ask about like everything. It's like your weight, about how tall you are, about all your family, about like who's your parents, if they're like alcoholics or no. So they want to know everything
Wow.
about you, like not even about you, about your
Like your
mom,
family,
about
like yeah,
your
that's crazy.
grandpa and grandparents. Yeah, because it's really important for them. They have to know about you everything, especially like especially about your health, like
Yeah,
all health system. If you have how many injuries you had
yeah.
before, how's your how like they even can ask like did
Personal
somebody
question.
die because of something like cancer stuff or everything because it's
Wow.
important for them.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's usually like first call about this, and like during the season they can call you more, like usually like when it's like after like half year or kind of more to the end of season, um like gen manager will call you. So like
yeah,
big big call because like gen manager he's like head guy.
yeah,
So
Mhm.
yeah, he will call to you and you will talk more seriously already about like more about hockey and like serious stuff. So yeah, I talked with really a lot of teams. It was really interesting, and also like I didn't know English. It was kind of hard because I was kind of like a dumb guy. Yeah, Russian dumb guy, but it's okay. So
it worked
yeah,
out for you.
yeah, they helped. So because usually like when they call you, because like every NHL team they have Russian scout. For example,
Oh
like
really?
every
Wow.
teams in NHL they have
Right.
a lot of scouts, like one scout
Yeah,
in Sweden, one in Russia, and like everywhere because it's like yeah, it's big business. Yeah,
yeah.
so it's kind of long and really interesting process for everyone. Yeah.
100%. And it's interesting too, because that you mentioned that, because I always think of just the interviews leading up to the draft. You have the combine, just those steps. You had mentioned again there was COVID during your time period too, so you didn't really get that aspect as well. And the fact that people were in contact with you consistently for a
Yes.
year, 2 years out of your draft, I had no idea about that. So that was
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
interesting that you
and
mentioned that.
yeah. When was my like final draft, Kyle? I was in Spain because my dad lives in Spain, and yeah, it was of course big moment. You always like excited about this. You kind of like nervous because it's big moment. I was in Spain. I was watching this, yeah, and like when they said my name, I was of course really happy. They called me, yeah, and everything was really good, and yeah, my whole family was really happy. Yeah, it's big for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then for me personally, just seeing the post that you got drafted and then seeing like YN, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's
Yeah,
probably Armenian. So that's always the standout to me. Whenever I'm just looking at the draft stuff, I always, if I see a IN or YN, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this guy might be
yeah,
Armenian and could go to the NHL one day. So that's always been a cool thing for me
yeah,
personally. So let's get into, so you mentioned playing in the MHL, and most players that are in Russia playing hockey, they tend to go the development route of playing in the U17, U18 teams, all that stuff, then making the jump to the MHL, you work your way up to the KHL. Most players have like a couple years on their contract, then they make the jump over to the AHL, NHL, etc. once that contract is up. For you, you decided to take the jump from the MHL to the USHL, which we don't see with a lot of people, with a lot of players in Russia. What made you want and decide on taking that jump from going from the MHL and USHL rather than going up the, I guess, the normal or the typical route that most hockey players in Russia take when going to the NHL?
yeah. It's really interesting and like kind of long question because it's like long story. It's it started when I played in MHL, and it was interesting story because Rangers scout texted me about like a few teams and college are really interested to you. So on this time, I even didn't know about college, like nothing, zero. And like I was thinking, kind of, it's like not even pro hockey because like I never heard about this. So
Mm-hmm.
like I kind of say no, and then like I started to look what it's about, and yeah, and this time I decided to play in college hockey, and this reason was why I was going to UCHL. It was all about first of all kind of learn language because like if you're going to college, you have to go to school, you have to study, and you
Right.
also have to get good grades in your high school and
Right.
like in school because I know a lot of guys who really wanted to play in college but couldn't because they didn't have good grades. And sometimes even if you're a good player and you have really bad grades, I'm not sure you can play in college. But it really depends on team. Some schools really uh, worries about grades. Some school like kind of 50-50. So yeah, we decided playing for college, and yeah, I went to UCHL. It's also really hard year for me because I was in Spain, and like we live in Barcelona, but we were going to Madrid to get American visa,
Oh,
and first time they didn't give me visa, so it kind of was upset and bad because it was already August, and like my second appointment was in like almost September, and like
oh,
it was really bad for me because season almost started, and I even didn't see
Right.
it because I was in Spain, COVID year. I I
yeah.
think Barcelona has one like ice rink, and this rink was closed because COVID year. So it was really bad for me. I just was like workout, swimming, and like running on the beach. Yeah, it sounds good, but not about hockey player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
the second time I got my visa. Yeah, and yeah, I went to Youngstown Phantoms. It's Ohio. Yeah, and like my crazy year started. Yeah, because also when I was in UCHL, I was studying. So every day, like I had classes. It's like kind of like development classes. You just improve your English. It's like all about like yeah, you just improve your English. It's like with guys who doesn't know English. Yeah, it was actually interesting, but really hard because I had 4 classes every day and also practice after school. Nobody did this, so it was kind of hard for me. Yeah.
100%. And then you mentioned as well too that balance of your classes and then your hockey. What is it like being a college student as well? Because like I just recently graduated college and my major itself was busy enough. I couldn't imagine
Mm.
studying all day and then okay, you have a hockey game later tonight and then the next day you have to train, get up in the morning, train, then you have to go to class, then you have this, then you have that. What's your day to day like as a college student while also playing D1 hockey?
Yeah, I would say a lot of people actually don't understand, but like especially for me, it's hard. It's actually really hard. It's just all about you have to be super professional because it's like step by step. Like you have to cook. It depends. Like freshman year, if you live in dorm, you have free food. If you're like second year, like what I did, and usually everyone, I lived with guys. We have like house and like 5 6 guys. So and we have money from school, and they will give money for us like for food and like for house for everything. Yeah, and you have to be like super professional because like it really depends about your classes. But okay, like I would say in this year, like my first half, I had 5 classes. It means like
Wow.
uh, yeah, you have a lot of classes. It's usually like 3 classes a day. Sometimes usually yeah, you like I wake up like 7 8. Like I will yeah cook my breakfast, and then I have classes. It's usually like 9, then I have like 10. Sometimes I can have class around like 1 and 2, but I don't like this because it means like I have to hurry up because practice usually like 3 4. Sometimes I can have like school at like 7 p.m., but it's also hard too because like after practice when you're so tired you have to go to class
Right.
about like really funny thing. but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's all about the boys, you know, when you're around like good guys, like actually good guys, you love them. It's good because they will help you. It's like especially this year, like I lived with really good guys. They helped me every time. If I have some question about homework, I don't have to go to library and ask some nerds about anything. I just will ask my friends and they will help me. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, my schedule is kind of busy because also, you know, after practice, because we have everyday workout before practice. So after school, I'm going to work out. Then we have practice on the ice. Then like you have to recover. You have to get some stretching. You have to go to sauna or cold tub or hot tub to recover. So you will be good for next day. Yeah, and like when you're going home around like 6, 7, 8 p.m., you also have to do homework. And sometimes this homework is hard, sometimes no, but usually it's hard. So it's not it's not really fun sometimes. But yeah, but you know, it's all about experience because like I'm kind of this guy, and also why I choose go to US because I can see like my future, and I can understand after my hockey career. It's not about hockey, it's about relationship, it's about experience, and it's about your head. And like for this time, I have so many friends. I have really good relationship with Buffalo. I have really good relationship with New Hampshire. I have really good relationship with Michigan Tech, and I think it's really good for me and for my future. Yeah.
100%. And that's actually really smart and smart of you to think of that too, of the future aspect, because just professional athletes as a whole, you
Oh,
see many of them fall into the path of just this is my sport, it's always been my sport, this is my life. And then after you're done, it's like, okay, I've been training my whole life for this, but now I'm retired. Like, what do I do now in the future? What does jobs look like? What do hobbies look like? So it's
yeah.
really smart it's very smart that you're already thinking about that even when you're so young in your career still. So that's definitely super smart and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of second that because I've experienced like at least in like high school, I've like had many friends that like they would play football and football was their entire life, and then or like they played hockey, and then like it comes time to graduate and they're like, oh, I don't exactly know what I want to do, like what college I want to go to, what like my
Yeah.
career I want to go into. So kudos to you for that. And going off kind of like what you said you're very close with the community at Michigan Tech, with the Sabres organization, more specific with the Sabres organization. You know, you kind of mentioned how earlier on, before you got drafted, you know, they were calling you, asking about your weight, your height, like how your health. How often do you communicate with the Sabres throughout kind of the season? Are they giving you like a training regimen? Are they giving you like a diet? Or is it more so just like they check in once a month and just ask how you're doing?
Yeah, it's like big big process, really big process, and it's really professional process because I have everything to be like better every day. Like for example, I have a lot of apps on my phone, like Buffalo apps. Like first example, I have app about workout. So like I just go to this app and I can see everything. What should I do from
Wow.
Buffalo coach? So for example, I'm going to Russia for summer. It means they cannot see me, yes, because they're in US, I'm in Russia, and they just put everything on this app. What should I do? With it's like really interesting app. It's kind of, you just open this app and you can see video, like every exercise what you have to do. Like coach like will show you. For example, you have like, I don't know, with dumbbells, like for this, like coach will say like, yeah, your back is like this, you have to do like this, ta ta ta, do like five times, 10 times, 10 sets, ta 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 ta, like everything. Why? Because in this app, for example, second app, I have about food. What should I eat? How many calories? How many this? You just put this in app, and like this app will tell you like this day was like productive for you. This day you didn't eat enough. This or this. So yeah, it's all about be professional every day, step by step, and like yeah. You also asked me how many times we talk really a lot, almost like sometimes twice a week. um
Oh wow.
some guys will always text me, yeah, like every week, like how was school, how was this, ta ta ta. It's usually like before games, like I would say Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, they will ask me like how was week, how like everything is going, and like yeah, like good luck for weekend, like it's like big games, ta ta ta. Also like they can text me after games, say like good games, or like I need to be better in this with this. Also like they will send me a video clips about like what should I improve, like how many mistakes I had. So yeah, it's I can tell about this long time. So yeah, it's like professional, and like yeah, it's all about being an NHL player in the future.
That's awesome. And that was something that both of us kind of had a question about too, because as you likely could tell, I'm a Chicago Blackhawks fan. But and I always hear stuff where it's like, oh, like we're talking like the prospects are always in constant communication with the Blackhawks scouts, what needs to be worked on, training, diet, regimen, all that stuff that you were mentioning too. So it's nice to see that like, okay, it's not just like one team, it's like every team in the NHL for the most part is doing this type of stuff,
Yeah.
constantly doing those check-ins as well. And then also with your season ending soon, potentially joining potentially the AHL team, NHL team. We'll see like in the future. That's also something possible as well. So let's go back to when you were playing in Russia. I know that there's different sizes with the rink, so that's kind of one of the more notable things. But what were some of the differences from playing in Russia to playing in the US?
Yeah, I don't want to say like obvious things, but yeah, it's obviously a ring, mm, smaller, larger, and this is like really important thing because like we can see like when like NHL rink is smaller, then Russian game has to be faster, game has to be more
Right.
physical, and like yeah, it's, I would say it's all about, because even in Russia it's really good hockey, MHL. It's kind of it's different to it's kind of hard to compare with UCHL because UCHL it's if I would say it's like two conference, like 7 teams, 7 and 7. In
Right.
Russia, it's two conference, I would say 16 teams. And now it's a little different because they have like gold conference and second conference. Yeah, we will not talk about this, but yeah, I would say just in Russia, probably you will have more uh, you will have more time for thinking, and this is I don't want to say it's more easier when you have more time to think. Yeah, but I would say it's more easy. If you have more time for thinking, you can decide what you should do, like give pass or skate or anything. So yeah, I would say just more about hockey is faster, more physical, more shots, and like this because I actually don't see like big difference between Russian and American
Okay.
hockey.
Interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting because funny enough, we actually had we had like we had another player. He was Armenian. He played in the Russian Hockey League and in the American Hockey League, and he kind of talked about the physicality of the game and how
Yeah,
that's different in some ways. But at least for me, when I watch kind of like some of the clips from the Russian games from the KHL and compared to the NHL, I feel like it's very similar kind of style. And at the end of the day, I mean, they both like the U.S. and the Russian national teams. They both compete on the same kind of level in that way. So uh, that's interesting. And then going back, you talked about playing in Maine and the crowd size and how loud it was. And I've looked at some teams that you've played. Like this past season, you played Clarkson, and Clarkson is a beast of a team. I know my school Cornell just went up against them. So who was the toughest team that you've played against, and what
yeah,
was that
that's
game like?
actually a really interesting question. I even never think about this, but uh, like this season or last, like my college career, because this is important.
Yeah, let's do college career and then like just outside of college career, kind of like what was it,
Yeah,
what was
I
the
would say,
toughest?
oh yeah, I would say for this year, I would say Clarkson was good. We played against Western Michigan, a
Okay, yeah.
really good team, but especially it was after Christmas break when I was in Miami 10 days. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but they're a really good team. They're a really fast team. They have unbelievable system. Really good team. Yeah, we lost in OT, so it was really good game. Also against Clarkson, we lost one game at OT when I had penalty at OT, so it's kind of my bad. And second game we lost too, but I don't remember score. So yeah, I would say Clarkson, Western Michigan, and yeah, these two teams in this year. Like if I will talk about my all college career, I would say because I played in Hockey East, it's really a lot of teams. Of course, BC is a really good team. I played against them last
Oh wow.
last year. Yeah, it's like they have like power play, like 5 guys and 4 guys first round pick, and
Yeah.
it's hell. It's hard to play. Yeah, I would say Boston University because they have a lot of skill. It
Yeah.
means like you probably if you will play against them, it means like you will not have puck on your stick because most of the time they will have puck. But usually BU is really really young, so it means they're kind of a little soft. So sometimes like if you will play really hard against them, they kind of it will be hard for them. So yeah, I would say BC, BU, Providence is a really good team too. Like a lot of good teams, a lot of good teams. So yeah, but I would say these teams.
Got it.
Yeah,
That's cool.
you take a penalty, all of a sudden you see Ryan Leonard, Will Smith, all those guys trot
Yeah.
out, and you're just
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh boy, like
Yeah.
this is not gonna go very well. Absolutely, yeah. BC and BU last were absolute monsters. So
Yeah.
shout out to you being in New Hampshire playing them a couple of times a year because yeah, you got some good experience though with a lot of those because a lot of those players I'm sure you'll be seeing in the NHL one day. So moving into one of the final questions, and this is a question that I felt like I just had to bring up. So, as you mentioned beforehand, your father is Armenian. Do you connect with Armenia or your Armenian heritage at all? I saw on your Instagram that you've been to Armenia.
Oh yeah.
Just anything about like your Armenianness or like your heritage, anything that you do that Do you speak Armenian, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm completely like, I would say I'm like, because always a lot of guys ask me this question, like, are you Armenian or you're Russian or you're like like Spain guy? Because my dad lives in Spain like last like 10,
Yeah.
12 years. Yeah. Yeah, my dad, he's from Armenia, and my like we can say like half family from Armenia. I love Armenia, and also it's like people from Armenia are unbelievable. I love them. I always help them, always answer them, and because if like somebody will text me or something, I'm always like, yeah, anytime, because I really respect them and love them. Usually I go to Armenia every summer because my uncle lives in Armenia, and a lot of friends, my brothers, like step like second brothers, sisters.
Hmm.
So yeah, and it's also really close from Russia. If you want to fly, it's like
Right.
2 hours. So it's not really like big deal. Yeah, usually I go like every summer for a few weeks. My like my dad from like Alaverdi. It's kind of really small town and really close to Georgia. It's like really old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like our city is really old, unbelievable culture. Like I really love, and really close to Georgia too. Like sometimes you, if you want to go to Georgia, it's like 2 hours. So yeah, I love Armenia. It's really small country. I would say even not everyone knows this country, because sometimes I would say, yeah, like I'm Armenian guy, and they can say like Romania or something different.
Yeah.
So I have to like kind of explain. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's okay. They don't have to know everything. Yeah, and like, yeah, I love this. And even like in Instagram, we have like a lot of Armenian channels. They all also support Armenian people, because it's not a lot of guys from Armenia. Like I don't know a lot of, even like I know a guy from BC. He's kind of Armenian, like 70.
Yeah. Aram Minetian,
Yeah, he's
I believe.
also a really good player. So yeah, let's
Hmm.
like we talked with him a little bit. So yeah, it's really good when like like guys help each other, support each other, because I'm kind of, when like people ask me where you're from, I want to say I'm like world guy, because I love everyone.
Yeah.
I love all countries, and I respect everyone. Like Armenia, Russia, I love everyone. I want to visit all countries in my future life, because I think this is really good when you can see all cultures. You can see something new for you. So I think it's really good.
That's
100%.
amazing.
I was in Armenia last summer for the first time, and I got to go to the George. I went to Georgia for a little bit, and I went to like the North Armenia area, and that was as much as I like Sunik and like the south of Armenia, Yerevan, all that stuff. Just the hills and just like I can't explain it, but the northern part of Armenia and southern part of Georgia, just the Caucasus region, it's so beautiful. It was awesome. I certainly enjoyed it. It was really cool as well. So that's awesome that you're from there, and then also just like that you are in touch with your Armenianness as
And they
well.
play
That's
hockey more.
again, that's one of what?
I said, sorry, I said they play hockey more and more, because I
Yeah,
I can see like on Instagram, because I like it's like Armenian hockey team, and like I can see they play
yeah,
against a lot of teams. Maybe I'm wrong. Like they play like in Division 3 right now, or how?
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
You're right.
for me.
They just started up the national team, I think, like 2 years ago. So
Yeah,
that's definitely something new as well for the first time since the early 2010s. I think was the last time there was an Armenian national team too. So to see that there's finally some like Armenian hockey leagues now, there's more like enjoyment where more people are interested in hockey in Armenia too. That's awesome as well because as you mentioned, there's a lot of hockey in Russia that's very big there.
yeah,
Georgia's also has some hockey as well, though it's primarily a lot of boxing and wrestling. And then Armenia starting to pick up hockey too is just awesome to see. So
yeah.
100%. And who knows? Maybe one day if Armenia develops really well, maybe one day you'll be playing for the Olympics for the Armenian team. That would be really cool. But
I would play
I
for
won't
this.
go.
I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't get too far because that's probably 15, 20 years down the
Yeah.
line. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Probably.
Um, All right, I do have one last question. This is a fun question. I like to call it. So you went to New Hampshire, you went to Michigan Tech. Both are really really big hockey schools. So of course, I'm sure like the arenas, like the barns, I think that's what they're called, really the stadiums. They always get packed. And what is kind of how's your experience been just with the American college life on more so like on the party side of it? Because you are going because hockey is the biggest at both of the schools that you went to. So how's it? What was it like? Kind of what is it like being a student athlete and being kind of the star of the show in some ways, knowing that you're playing for the like a team that everyone's rooting for, like at the college.
Yeah, about New Hampshire, like I said before, it's a bigger school than Michigan Tech. It's
Right.
like around 15, 16,000 students. It's actually like really big, especially when you're like in campus. You can see it. I would
Yeah.
say it's really a lot of Division 1 teams. We have like almost everything, like swimming
Yeah.
team, women's and men's, and like everything. So of course, like if you're talking about parties at New Hampshire, it was like bigger. Sometimes it's like all about parties, like people love party. I would say I'm not a big party guy, especially
Yeah.
like my freshman year, kind of because like I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I'm like it's
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
boring without this because I'm like focused about hockey. But yeah, of course, it's you don't have to drink, you don't have to smoke
Yeah.
or unfair things. It's just about boys, be together, get fun because it's you guys definitely understand this after like week. Some people don't understand this, but when you have like big pressure, even like school, it's a lot of pressure, homework, exam, your grades, somebody wants to be really smart, like we are athletes sometimes just think about get like B minus and we are going to be extremely happy. Do you
Yeah.
know some people want to get A plus. So it's difference for everyone. But yeah, it's I think sometimes just party just important for you, just kind of forget school, forget hockey. Yeah, and be around guys. I think it's unbelievable. Everyone support you, just get fun, talk with new people. It also yeah, like you can get new friends, and you never know, maybe like this guy is going to be the next president, like you never know
Yeah.
because like for me it's really important to have really good relationship with everyone. It doesn't mean like if like I'm just kind of want to be with everyone. If I would see it's really good guy, he's good guy, his life is good, yeah, I want to be good, I want to be friend with him. Yeah, and I think it's really important. About Michigan Tech, it's kind of different because it's like smaller school, and I would say it's definitely smarter school because uh, uh, this school is way harder for me than UNH, even just about size. Because, like for example, like at New Hampshire, like my classes were about 100 students, 200 students. Here, my class is about 17 people,
Oh
just
wow.
class.
Yeah.
So it means like I have to go to class. Usually, like sometimes at New Hampshire, I didn't go. Like if like I can see like class is big, I can like just get like
Yeah. You could get
extra
out of
rest,
it.
be better for practice, So yeah, in
Yeah.
Michigan Tech, it's kind of hard because all classes are really small. You have to go to class, a lot of homework, and like this school is like more like really a lot of it's like a lot of smart people. So like kind of parties are not really good here, but still, like we have really good hockey team. We have 7 Finland guys. We have 3 Sweden guys. 10 like Canadian, American, and me, Armenian, Russian, Spanish guys. So yeah, it's always fun.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, so I would say yeah, it's really fun just be around boys, and like every guy would say college life is the best, and like some guys can understand this. I don't know when like you're like 15 years old. Some guys will understand this after college life. So yeah, it's interesting. Everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
so right too about the connections and just networking aspect of everything, just in all aspects of life. It's so important. That was something I
Yeah.
learned pretty early on in college too, where it's a lot of it's your motivation. You have to work hard yourself. You have to build yourself up, self motivation. But it really also just comes down to who you know, what connections you have when you're
Yeah.
looking to advance in your career, especially in hockey too, where there's really just like a boys club going on. So once you just got to get in, and then you just got to know the right people to really
Oh yeah.
help along with your development and stuff too. So I completely 100% agree with the importance of networking and all of that. But I think that's all the questions that we had lined up for you. So, Stephen, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to
Yeah,
speak to
yeah.
us. It
Of
was a
course, guys.
pleasure.
Time.
We wish you the best of luck going forward. Hopefully, we see you one day in the NHL.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you represent Russia, Armenia, and just your entire family in the NHL one day. So, hope to see you there one day. That would be great. But for now, thank you so much for your time. For Davian, for Stephen, again, thank you so much. And yeah, have a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you guys
thank you.
for having me. Yeah, of course, anytime you can call me. I would like to talk with you guys. So of course, yeah. Thank you for you. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll keep in
100%.
touch for
All
sure.
right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, of course, guys.
Thank you again.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you
of course,
again.
no
And
problem.
yeah, that'll
Thank
do
you
it for
guys.
this video.
Yeah,
Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and yeah, have a good one.
yeah. See you
Peace.
soon, guys.